People aren't ignoring you. Their brain is filtering you out. Now, here's what's really happening when you pitch to someone. You think you're talking to their logical brain, but buying decisions don't happen there, my friend. They happen in the emotional survival brain. And here's the problem. Most people pitch like this. Our product has 47 features and increases efficiency by 23% and comes with premium support. But the brain just heard blah, 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 delete. You see, your brain gets hit with 11 million bits of information every single second. So it also has this incredible filtering system that decides what gets through and what gets deleted. And here's what gets deleted instantly. Too much information without context. You see, no emotional irrelevance to their life, that just gets deleted. Nothing that connects to their feelings, no personal meaning or connection. It's like trying to have a conversation with someone wearing noise-canceling headphones. They literally cannot hear you. But here's what gets through to them, okay? Fear, desire, pain, and hope. The stuff that matters to survival and their success. You see, instead of pitching at people, you need to speak into them. Don't say our software saves time. Say, remember that feeling when you worked until 9 p.m. again and missed dinner with your family? Don't say we increased ROI. Say, what if you could finally prove to your boss that you're the reason revenue went up this quarter? You see, the moment you make it about their fear, their future, their desire, not your product, everything changes. Always sell feelings over features. So the question you have to ask yourself, are you ready to stop being ignored and start being listened to? Or do you want to be that person who just pukes benefits to people all day long? Now look, why should you even listen to me in this video? My name is Jason James. Over the last decade, I've taken what I used to do in psychiatric nursing and applied it right here into sales. That has allowed me to generate over 22 million in sales, and my clients have gone on to do over 200 million using what I call the invisible sales method. It's the most unique mechanism you've ever seen in the world because it takes all the secrets from psychiatry, psychology, and influence. In fact, the stuff that is being used right now all across the world in high-stake negotiations by Secret Service personnel to MI5, you name it, these are the things that people are doing to help people to influence their behavior and do different things. And I'm taking those things and using them ethically in sales. There isn't one psychiatric nurse in the world that teaches sales. I'm the only one in the world that does. And I want to share this with you so that you guys can start making more money, but also changing more lives, because that's what it's really, really about. So, how do we avoid getting ignored? Well, I said it earlier on. We've got to look at how we sell feelings, not features. Now, traditionally, what do people do? They puke all the benefits of their offer onto the prospect. Okay, that's what traditional sales is. Okay, it's like a person turns up, they've got a problem, and then you tell them all these wonderful benefits about your products. See, the problem with that is that they're physical things, they're physical results, which is great, and people want results, okay? However, have you ever heard of the saying, sell the sizzle, not the steak? Well, what that basically means is the features, as in the steak itself, has zero relevance on the prospect. What matters is the sizzle. How is it going to make them feel? However, how is it going to make them feel is a pull energy, which is great because you're pulling them towards the close. What we also want to do is add a rocket up there, which is actually pushing them away from something too. So when you think about it like this, people don't want to feel like this, but they do want to feel like this. Well, it's interesting because when you understand that, everything changes. Because what that really means is people do things to either avoid feeling a certain way or to feel a certain way. Everything that we do is governed by feeling. For example, why does somebody binge eat or eat chocolates and ice cream and everything like that, comfort eats at the end of the day, when they know logically they shouldn't be doing it because it's making them sick or going to make them put on weight? Why do they do it? Why do they do it? Because they want to feel a certain way and they don't want to feel like this anymore. For example, you know when you're feeling down in the dumps, feeling a little bit stressed, feeling a little bit sorry for yourself? You don't want to feel like that anymore. So your brain goes, hey, let's have some temporary comfort. Eat this crap right now. Eat that. You deserve it. Eat the ice cream. Eat the chocolates. Comfort, eat. So why? So you can avoid feeling like this and start feeling great. And if it's temporary, right? It doesn't work. Doesn't matter. Still made you eat the ice cream. So what does it tell you? People will do something to either avoid feeling a certain way or to feel a certain way. So what does that tell you now? Use it in sales. When someone comes to you for the first time, they're in what's called undesired state. They have a problem which is making them feel a certain way, which is undesirable. They don't want to feel like that anymore, which basically means they want to go over to what we call desired state, the promised land. How do they want to feel instead? So if you can, yes, sell the sizzle, but also sell the pain, then you've got now pull energy and push energy, which will accelerate them into giving you their credit card. Is this making sense? So the whole point of this is to not just talk about the sizzle, is to also talk about the pain. And you've got to amplify the pain. You've got to amplify it to the point where you're really like digging deep into it, okay? Now, if you want to watch more of that stuff, at the end of this video, I'll point you in the right direction, but there'll be another video you can watch on this if you want. But the point is this, I figured out a way to, without using scripts, to really understand what the prospect is going through here so we can amplify the pain ethically, which gives us that push. And then there's a way to sell the sizzle, the feeling over here, which gives them that pull. And you don't need any scripts to do this. But let me give you some pointers right now. When someone first turns up on a call and you ask them what brought them here, because that's the first standard question you should ask, like what brought them here? What's the purpose of them being here today? What problem are they going through, etc., etc. You don't just listen to the problem and you just start, making your assumptions as to why that's a problem. No, never overlay your perception onto the prospect's problem. Because if a prospect turns up to a call and says, hey, I'm struggling with my health right now, well, what does that actually mean? Because to me, that might mean one thing, and to you, it might mean another, and to them, it might mean another. So we've got to establish what does that actually mean. So you ask them for clarity. Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear you're struggling with your health. Please, may you explain in your own words, how is that a problem? See what I've just done there? I didn't need a script for that. Please explain in your own words, how is that a problem? I want to know in their world, how is your health being something that you struggle with, an actual problem? Talk to me. I want to listen. I want to learn more, okay? So my point is you've got to learn how to dissect these people properly. Because then when you start doing these things here, you get all of these feelings, you amplify the pain, you then land them over here into the promised land and you amplify the sizzle. We've got loads of pain over here. We've got loads of sizzle over here. You got push, you got pull, land in the close. Is making sense? Now, obviously, there are more steps to that. And if you want to learn my actual framework that I use to teach my clients to not use scripts, it's like literally, it's like the invisible close framework that we use to talk people through a sales conversation. It's just 7 words. If you want to watch that video, you can go and watch it over here or over here, depending on where it's showing up on the screen right now. Go and watch it. You can have a look and it will teach you exactly how to take a sales conversation without using any scripts or any notes, okay? Now look, if you enjoyed this stuff and you want more of this stuff, then that's great, but I've got a question for you. Some of you are gonna carry on watching YouTube, which is absolutely fine. Here's the challenge though. It's hard doing it on your own. If you wanna get there quicker, then get mentorship, all right? Now, each month I take a couple of people inside of my Invisible Sales Academy and mentor them personally to get them to where they wanna be. Now, we don't use any scripts. We just literally look at your current offer. We look at who your avatar is, and I'll teach you how to use 7 words to actually go through a sales conversation without needing any scripts. I also look at your own psychology and what's stopping you right now from moving forwards, and I give you quick overnight fixes to get rid of it so that you show up tomorrow with a different energy. And then we also look at your actual pitch. What are you pitching to people? Let's make sure that your pitch is congruent with the problems that they're going through so that we can help them to buy from you rather than you having to sell them. And we do this really, really quickly. And my students are getting results in as quick as 24 hours. Now look, conversations cost nothing, and I have a 0 pitch policy on my first conversation with you. So somewhere around this video, there's either a link or you can comment the word sales down below and I'll send you a personal invitation to learn more about the Invisible Sales Academy and how we can have a conversation about getting you enrolled. So whether that's you closing your own products or services, or whether you being an independent salesperson or closer right now working for someone, or whether you're a sales manager or sales leader or business leader who's got a team of people that you want trained up on this stuff, I have a solution for all budgets and all scenarios. And that's why I love sales conversations, because then we can prescribe you the right solution. Make sense? So comment sales down below or hit the link in the description down below. Get yourself applied. Let's have a conversation. It'll either be with me or one of my executive team, depending on what time and when you apply, but hopefully we'll get to have a conversation. And if you enjoyed this video, you probably noticed I'm trying to grow this channel. I want to make sales great again. I want to get this stuff out to as many people as I can. So if you can hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell as well, it will massively help me. It will massively help you, and it will massively help lots of other people. So let's spread some goodness into the world, because sales changes lives. So until the next time, I wish you all the wealth health, success, and happiness that you truly deserve.